even in the sense of Kareem, in the history that he has with his father, there's a stoicism that's there of emotionally not wanting to be hurt or be disappointed in some way, but still live up to the respect that he has for his father. So I think dads are critical to a lot of the characters we have in the show.
This has been the most anticipated show for me. Winning Time Season 2. I could not wait to see this season, and it lived up to every expectation I had. Phenomenal job this season, guys. I absolutely love it. First question I have for you, though, is I want to talk a little bit about Paul Westhead, because I feel like that character has had the most transition from season 1 to season 2. Can you talk to me a little bit about Paul Westhead's journey this season and the system?
I mean, it's one of our favorite parts just as storytellers. First of all, because he's one of the guys who hasn't been as well remembered. People remember Pat Riley, and a lot of people couldn't tell you that there were two coaches of the Showtime Lakers prior, and that Paul Westhead, was central to that organization, but had a rocky road. And it's such a dramatic, incredible story. But to go from the guy who's teaching Shakespeare and occasionally coaching some basketball to suddenly becoming an NBA head coach and a winning one, and then this season coming head to head with Magic, and a clash of styles, a clash of egos, and then to have Pat Riley at his side, who's just burgeoning into what we all know is going to be not only a great coach, but one of the greatest coaches of all time. It's poor Paul Westhead is right there at the center of a firestorm.
Rodney, one of the themes throughout the course of season 2 is fatherhood. We see it play out with a lot of different characters this season. Can you talk about that theme and how it kind of affects different characters in different ways?
Well, I think certainly in the case of Larry Bird, carrying that burden, of how his father unfortunately ended, sort of becomes a weight that I think interrupts the beauty of who he is as a basketball player. And as he evolves and becomes a man, and becomes great, I think he's able to come to terms and come to peace with, that. I think juxtapose that to Magic and his dad, who's seemingly omnipresent and a huge part of his life and a huge part of his confidence and self-esteem, and is always a supportive factor there. I think it certainly plays into how they play on the floor. Right. Bird is more demanding in a very obvious way, whereas Magic is a facilitator. He's the guy that gets everybody's going. He's happy. He's gregarious in a way. He has a joy and a passion for the game. But I think that can all be directly related to their fathers. And even in the sense of Kareem, in the history that he has with his father, there's a stoicism that's there of emotionally not wanting to be hurt or be disappointed in some way, but still live up to the respect that he has for his father. So I think dads are critical to a lot of the characters we have in the show.
Absolutely.
The Buss family and Jerry Buss turning the
his sons. Yeah.
The family business, bringing his sons in.
Yeah.
I mean, even how Pat Riley's kind of shaped by the images and the haunting of his father a little bit. We see that as well. Now, I love this season. It feels like the Empire Strikes Back version of basketball to me.
That's been the metaphor I've been.
Someone said that before.
I've said it 15 times. I'm glad you said that. I love it. That's how we've looked at it.
And we really get to see that rivalry. Like, we get a glimpse of it in season 1, but we really start planning this. I mean, we really start getting it developed here. I want to talk about Sean Patrick Small, because he disappears into the role of Larry Bird. I almost thought that you guys deep faked Larry Bird's face on an actor because he looks just like him. What did he bring to the role that wasn't necessarily on the page?
Well, the funny thing is, when auditioning Sean blew our minds, because we were looking, and it's not easy, as you can imagine, to find a Larry Bird. And not only did he knock the audition out of the park, when we started to chat with him, we learned that the first thing he did when he moved out to LA to be an actor was he wrote a script about Larry Bird. So he's internalized a certain, some deep stuff about that character. At the same time, to meet him as a person, he doesn't have any of that sort of taciturn darkness. So he's really a tremendous actor, and he's, it's a testament to his skill that he comes off so seamlessly.
One thing I've noticed about this season is that Magic and Dr. Jerry Buss, they never seem comfortable this season. They always seem like, it just never seems like things are going their way. Rodney, can you speak to that a little bit?
History has it as Magic and Dr. Buss were the best of friends and everything's been great from day one. But much like the evolution of Pat Riley that we started with last season into who he is now, that relationship between Magic and Dr. Buss had an evolution as well, right, where, business-wise and practically, and I think now in that Empire Strikes Back type of way, that relationship is evolving, certainly from a business place to finding a degree of trust and trying to build that trust and confidence that I think any great friendship is sort of founded upon. And this season sort of exemplifies that.
Now, I actually want to talk about shooting the basketball because I feel that it's as if you lifted documentary footage and plopped it right into the show. But this is these actors really portraying these roles. Can you talk about the challenge of shooting the actual basketball scenes?
It's extraordinary. I mean, it's at every level. We have, and it's a testament to the incredible work of the performers. And we have a great basketball unit and training, and the actors are not only learning their lines, they're going through the paces and they're practicing. They get finished with a day of shooting and they wake up in the morning and they're practicing like basketball players. So it's really extraordinary. And then, hopefully you're going to talk to Sally, our director, about some of this stuff, but what they were able to do, her and her team with Todd Van Hazel and the other, all the departments, to pull off this basketball, not only to recreate what Showtime basketball and what Celtics basketball was in the 80s, but to show it in a way you've never seen it before, because we can all go on YouTube, but our agenda as writers was to get inside those scenes and show the basketball emotionally from a way you haven't seen. And their challenge on the floor was to realize it in ways and with shots you've never seen before. And I think they outdid themselves this year.
It's absolutely incredible. What you guys do with this show is incredible. I know Magic goes on to win more championships, but even when I'm watching the show, I still question what happens in the game. So it's just so fascinating. You guys do such a tremendous job. Thank you so much. I can't wait for people to see season 2. Look, I'm already waiting for season 3 at this point now. I love this show. Thank you guys. I appreciate your time.
Joe. Thanks.